fall time is here, and you know what that means. It is cuffing season, which means you've got to stand out. You can't be smelling like her very toxic ex. You want to smell good and, again, unique. So here are 5 fall time cheapie fragrances to make you really stand out and grab her attention. First up, we've got Barouge Sillage. Supposedly this is inspired by Angel Share, and I kind of see it, but it really takes that DNA and runs away with it, making it a little bit darker, more mysterious. I think the cognac in here is a little bit just better, in my opinion, specifically with what it does there, because it does its own thing, and this is definitely not mainstream. You're definitely going to set yourself apart, but you're still going to keep that DNA, everything that's good about Angel Share in terms of like really catching attention and like making, like getting that gourmand kind of sense, making them really just want to eat you. All of that's in here, just in like a darker, kind of sexier take. It's really, really good, and again, set yourself apart. After that, we've got Lattafa's Nebras. This has always been one of my favorite like cool weather fragrances in general, especially for going out or going on date nights. The reason is, to me, it kind of reminds me of like a Russell Stover's chocolate, kind of like that fruit in the middle, that fruity center. All of that put together, like the chocolate, the fruity center put together, and with a little bit of like sexy spices thrown in there, that's basically what you have here. Again, one of my favorite things about gourmand fragrances, especially for date nights, is that you really want to give that idea of like wanting them to eat you up in a sexy way, not like in a, you know, a bad way. And that's exactly what this does. It gives that feeling. It's very sexy, it's sweet, it's super likable. I don't know anyone that actually hates it, so guys, like, pick this up because it's definitely worth it. After that, we have Dark Allure by Lancôme. The name says it all. It is like dark, it's a dark fragrance, and it's very alluring. It's got like violet leaf and leather. Those are the main 2 players in this fragrance, and it does a really good job. That leather kind of gives off like a bad boy kind of vibe. The violet is really the thing that's really going to catch their attention, and like all of it together just kind of gives a sexy kind of vibe, a bad boy kind of vibe. So if like that's the kind of feeling that you're going for, this is like the perfect fragrance. Especially if you have a leather jacket, wear this, because this is only just going to add to that personality. After that, we have Arabia Prestige Nail Oud. This is kind of a take on Tuxedo, but to me, it's kind of like a more smooth take on it, with a little bit more of a smokier aspect to it, kind of keeping that sexiness that we all know and love from like Tuxedo and like all the other, you know, inspired by fragrances, but then kind of giving it its own little twist, making it a little bit more masculine, a little bit sexier, and overall just very, very likable. That DNA has always been very alluring to everybody, but like just tweak it a little bit, smooth it out, add the smokiness. That's what you got here. It's gonna do exactly what Tuxedo does, just in its own way and in a much cheaper way. And last, we have Kotlaj Kara's Secret Musk. Supposedly this is kind of a take on Arabian's Tonka, but if you've smelled Of the Immortals by Zaharoff, this is more of a combination of the Immortals and Arabian's Tonka. Just that there's an added sweetness and like a little bit more of a gourmand aspect to it that kind of like gives it, like makes it go away from Arabian's Tonka, and that's where the Of the Immortals comes in. Overall, because of that combination, it actually turns out to be really, really good. Kind of really does its own thing. This could really be a standalone if it really wanted to be, and honestly, because of that, it's really good. That gourmand, again, like I said before, gonna bring them in, want them to just like eat your neck, and that's what we want in a non-violent way, because that's important. But this is still really good, and guys, I really, really highly recommend this one because people love Arabian's Tonka, and if you've smelled Of the Immortals, you know that's also great in gourmand. Best of both worlds, you kind of really need this.